Hello everyone and welcome back again. So it's that time of year where strawberries are coming in thick and fast now, picking pretty much every other day. Bobby's picking every day. I do like to try and get some before he does, just so we can make sure that he's got some for his packed lunch. And then so today we'll be talking about strawberry plants, picking your strawberries, maintaining them and also feeding them. So as you can see, I'll run a little clip up on the screen now. There is absolutely loads on here ready now. And I just keep going through, picking all the ones that are ripe just before any of the slugs or birds get them. It is a good idea, once they've started fruiting like this, to cover them with some nets, but I don't bother. There's that many of them here at the moment, I don't mind losing a few. And to be honest, up in this raised bed, I haven't really had much issues with slugs. I know that the birds have had a couple, but like I said, don't mind that. And Bobby does enjoy just come in and help himself to some of the ones that are just hanging, even if they're not fully ripe. There's quite a few more in here that need picking, so I'll get these picked and then we'll get on to what else to do. Well, that's a decent amount of strawberries just off these two little beds here. Do have a load more in pots and containers dotted around the garden. We'll go and have a look at them after. But for now, I'm going to get into just maintaining them. And at this time of year, if you see any runners like this, it's good to just cut them off and just go down to follow them back to the main plant and cut them as close to the plant as you can, because we don't want the plant setting off runners. At this time of year, we want it to focus on producing fruit. Pull up any weeds in between them, just try and keep them as clear around them as we can. And any dead leaves or brown leaves, just pull them out. It should just pull out quite easily. A lot of people put straw down, hence why they're called strawberries, just to stop the berries from sitting on any of the dirt and potentially rotting. But another thing you can do is just fold the fruit over one of the leaves so it's lifted up off the dirt, and that's what I tend to do. So once you've gone through, pulled out any weeds and any dead leaves, and just make sure that none of the berries are resting in the dirt. As you can see, these are starting to lighten up in the shade of green, so that's a sign that they need a good feed. And at this point, you want to be giving them a potassium feed, and I use comfrey tea, and we'll go and have a look at that now. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . missed that one. Can't beat homegrown. So what do I mean when I say comfrey tea? This plant here is known as comfrey, and it's what I do. I just cut the plant back when it starts to collapse, I guess. I'll cut it right back and steep these leaves, stems, flowers and all in some water and leave it sitting there for about 3 to 6 months. Mine's been sitting there since this time last year, and that makes a brilliant feed for anything. Any of your plants that bear fruits, such as strawberries, any of your berry plants, raspberries, gooseberries, and even tomatoes, cucumbers and your peppers. So we'll have a look at what's been steeped since last year. So in these 2 barrels up here is where we have the plant feed. This one is comfrey and the other one is nettle tea. And all we do with this is mix it roughly 10 to 1 with water. So this barrel's full of water. We'll just fill this jug, the watering can. So all I do is fill this watering can. This is roughly 5 litres, 4.5 to 5 litres. And this has already been watered down. So I'm just going to put just over half a litre in there. Give this a stir and we'll feed this to the strawberries. Right then, so all I'm going to do with this is just water in roughly in the middle of the bed, trying not to get any of the berries, and I'll put a whole can over this bed. And do exactly the same with the other one. Just go through and check any of them berries that have fallen on the soil, just lift them up off. Keep checking them daily. Right then guys, so that is it for me today. Do this other bed exactly the same and do exactly the same with the plant pots, and I'll feed them probably once or twice a week throughout the rest of the season now. And then towards the end of the growing season, we'll start taking runners off these, but we'll do another video about that further down the line. Right then guys, so that is it for me today. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and drop me a comment below. Bye for now.